let's break it down because it's gonna matter for everyone in the room. So introverted versus extroverted, or however you want to paint it. Let's go higher. Are you worried about judgment?
No, I mean, I don't really give a fuck
Okay.
about what people say. I just...
Do you not have the ideas? Because that's something that something I've been thinking a lot more about. And some of you have consumed my content for a long time. Even my own team is hearing this for the first time. Even Andrew, who films me, like, I've been thinking a lot about the ideas. I've come to realize that I took for granted how easy ideas are for me. We talked about this the other day for Vayner and Sasha. So this is one of the reasons I've started doing green screen content. Again, making assumptions that some of you are paying close attention to me and others aren't. Green screen, have you seen this? Where I take a headline from an article and then I'm over it and I'm talking. Early on when TikTok was popping, something I said that I stopped talking about that I'm gonna start talking more about is these platforms are now helping people with training wheels. Like when I first started YouTube, it was like camera, post. Now with all the filters, all the features, the music, the this and that, these platforms are really trying to put you in a position to be able to make the content. The reason I like green screen a lot is for a lot of people here, no matter, I just listened, actually let me take a step back. Everybody here can speak as a commenter on top of an article within their field, whether that's private equity or influencer marketing or food or raising capital. Almost everyone here, like I woke up, had an idea. I think having a grudge might be the great poison of our society. I've been thinking about this lately a lot. That if you actually are a human being who is currently sitting with a grudge, that it's actually destroying you on an everyday basis. So I was interested in that, and normally the way I would do it would be, I would make, again, I think all of you know, like the grudge, I'd rant and post. White title, grudges are bad, away we go. What I did instead with this new behavior, and I've got a point here for everyone, is I Googled articles about grudges, scientific and things of that nature. Now I'm a little scared because I know I don't want to be a headline reader and just take something that might be a bullshit article, so it's a little challenging. But this is lightweight enough. It's not like I'm making a scientific claim or and so one thing that I'm trying to tap into for you is potentially the concept of, is it the ideas? Indoor cat, outdoor cat speaks to putting out stuff. Most common people are actually insecure about judgment, and whether it's physical appearance, do they really know, imposter syndrome, things of that nature, or just really are at that place in their life where 2 or 3 negative comments can really throw them into a snowball. If I could sense that. So then it might be about the ideas.
Yeah, because I know what I did, and my whole thing is, I want to help other women who are just like me,
I'm gonna jump in here. What you've done is the only thing I do for a living for the last 15 years is based off of what I've done. I've just gotten good at making it more macro than a focus group of one.
Yeah.
It's the starting point. The only thing that you need to do in those scenarios is not be fearful of, well, wait a minute, this is I, and understand how much of this is we. Like even 4Ds, this is a meta situation. I'm answering your question, but trust me, I'm throwing this at everybody because there's different versions of it for everyone. So I think not fearing speaking from a place of one and understanding how most things are universal and just changing some of the words of I to we may give you a starting point. When I think about 100 pieces of content a day, and this is great because it seems like you're grounded in Twitter more than many because you were part of that era with me.
Yeah.
I think Twitter is an incredibly important part of the 100-piece concept. Obviously this is catching and I'm getting asked about it more. So this is a great opportunity to create some clarity. Hopefully the team clicks this. Let's get Rogoff to write a piece, the 100-piece concept 2.0. I think we're working on something, but Twitter's incredibly important. As you know, one of the great things about Twitter is its trending topics and the ability to reply to it with retweeting and adding your 2 cents or typing original thoughts. So for me, one of the things that really stands out is if I was asking the normal quote unquote person to produce 100 pieces of content a day, I guarantee you that I'm probably subconsciously thinking that 50 of those are Twitter. You can write, you can retweet and add your 2 cents. All of a sudden, you're kind of there, right? The other thing is, I don't think people understand document versus create. I think people think you need D-Rock or Jason following you, Dustin following you around. I think it's just taking a picture. Like, I see content right here. Like, I see content in, this is probably my strength, I see content in everything. I think you should take a photo of us talking right now and tweet it and be like, holy shit, I'm doing this with Garyvee right now.
Yeah.
Like
yeah, I did. I took
right?
one before you came in.
But like, there's Madison Square Garden.
Yeah.
And this is New York. I think there's a lot more content. And by the way, I think that can be done 15 to 20 times on Twitter, Instagram stories, and TikTok without any cost to the preciousness that is the main reason that everybody can't make 100 pieces of content.
Okay.
Taking a photo of what you see and adding one sentence is allowing people into your world, and you start creating around common interests. A lot of people are like, Gary, should I separate my business and life? I'm like, I put my Jets content in all my content. I put my garage sale stuff there. That has nothing to do with the marketing or the business running. Like, I think it's there, but I do think it's a strategy mindset. And I think everybody thinks this is useless and nobody would care. And I think you should let them decide. I think when you think something I think when you think, you know what? I wish I was closer with my sister. And I'm gonna start working on that. That should be a tweet. That one should tweet like, you know what? I've been underestimating sibling relationships and I'm gonna work on that in 2020. That's a piece of content. And then you're walking into a restaurant and a fast casual place and there's 23 people lined up to the hottest place in downtown Alabama or New York, and you take a photo and be like, I guess cronuts are hot. That's a piece of content. And if you're more visually artistic than, I love when the sunset hits like some avenue in fucking New York and everybody's taking a photo of that and I have no interest. Even though I'm into this content thing, I'm like, fuck that. First of all, I don't get it because I don't give a fuck about a sunset. But I know that people do.
Or mountains.
Or what, I'm looking at the creative guys in front of me here and gals. Like, I know that they see beauty in a puddle catching a mini rainbow in it, that I'm not that kind of artist, but I'm an artist in a different way where like somebody having a funny name on their taxi thing or everything is content.
Do you and I know there's 100 other people that do it, but I'm most familiar with D-Rock. Like, do you struggle with that with your video people because they want everything to be very artistic?
No, I fucking made them succumb. I beat D-Rock down and reframed him, and then he became the blueprint. Right? I mean, no, I don't. And by the way, this is being yin and yang. And we're sitting here, on the day that we released a nice piece of film that's 5 minutes and 50 seconds, and I value that as well. I'd rather go all in on that side once a quarter than every day spending 4 days on post-production on a vlog, So I'm like a barbell. I like the extremes to the left and the right. And I think most people are in the middle. So that's how I see that. Are you lacking patience for us to get there?
No, I have all the time in the world.
Okay. Okay.
It's really for me more mission driven. Like I just want to reach more women, more moms, people that are, I don't have a finance degree. I just taught everything myself.
Well, you will. If it's an altruistic, emotional point of view, it's completely based on patience. I wanted to reach everyone too. Started in 2009. Very few people were watching. More people watch now. How about the fact that in 2022, I know that I haven't even begun reaching how many people I want to reach. Right? It was only in the last couple of years that I'm translating my content into Portuguese. Now people in Brazil and Portugal know who I am, and they didn't 24 months ago. So, I think a lot of times, if you're truly coming from a selfless place, if you are, and I think all of us come from some version of selfish and selfless place. It's being a human being. Then we really are talking about patience. Because there is no hack. I'm not gonna be able to tell you, be like, well, like for example, green screen. Why am I saying that? Because green screen is over indexing. That video of me talking about grudges would have gotten 400,000 views on Instagram for my current situation. The green screen will get 1.7 million. That's a tactic that I love because one, it's working for people on the other side. Two, the algorithm is clearly seeing that, so it's helping with organic reach. Three, it will help a lot of you make a piece of content in a way that maybe you couldn't otherwise. You have a thought, you don't know what to do in a 1-minute video, but if you Google an article, green screen it, and then speak what you were thinking about that subject matter, now you do have a piece of content.